Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Jack Dutton's death and Liz's reaction in 1923 Season 2 finale addressed by Michelle Randolph. No one understands what she just went through. 1923 star Michelle Randolph shares her thoughts on Jack Dutton's Darren Mann death in the Season 2 finale and Liz's reaction to it. Serving as the latest Yellowstone spin-off following the success of 1883, the hit Paramount Plus series follows Jacob and Cara Dutton, played by Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, respectively, as they defend their Montana ranch from outside threats. The 1923 Season 2 finale brought the show's sophomore outing, and potentially the show as a whole, to an end on Sunday, with a number of characters meeting their ends, including Jack, Jacob's great-nephew. In a recent interview with Screen Rant for the 1923 Season 2 finale, Randolph, who plays the newly widowed Liz, shares her thoughts on her character's state of mind following the climactic episode. The event is yet another tragic event that Liz endures in the show, and the actor shares that her character is devastated by the loss. Despite the sad ending for Liz in 1923, Randolph sees potential to further explore this character as she sets out for a fresh start. Check out her comment below. Jack is one of several in the 1923 cast of characters that die in the Season 2 finale. Donald Whitfield, Timothy Dalton, for example, also met his end, along with all his hired guns, bringing this particular conflict to a close. The show teases that Whitfield is just the first wealthy elite who would try to take over the Dutton's land, setting up the events of Yellowstone and the continued struggle in Paradise Valley over the next century. The Season 2 finale has closed the door on this particular chapter of the story, but Season 3 remains a question mark. The Season 2 finale has not been officially dubbed a series finale, but it could be. The show was seemingly conceived with a two-season arc in mind, meaning 1923 Season 3 could be off the cards. Though Randolph clearly sees the potential to further explore Liz as a character, the Yellowstone franchise is already chugging along with a new prequel in the works called 1944, which would seemingly explore the life of John Dutton too. Brandon Sklenar's Spencer Dutton could return in this new spin-off, potentially meaning Liz could as well. After burying Jack, Liz leaves Montana behind, ready to start a new life with her baby. The ambiguity of the Season 2 finale does leave room for further exploration of that character, but it also might be a fitting end for her, with her fate left as something of a question mark. The fact that she is seemingly leaving Montana could be a sign that she won't be seen again, as all the Yellowstone shows have generally been fairly focused on this particular location and the struggles that take place in Paradise Valley. Though it seems like the 1923 Season 2 finale has been somewhat divisive overall, it does arguably wrap up the important storylines while paving the way for more story in a new era. It wouldn't be surprising to see Spencer Dutton return in 1944, given his role as John Dutton II's father, but Liz is no longer a part of this particular orbit. It remains to be seen whether the 1923 Season 2 finale is truly the end, but Randolph evidently thinks there could be a future for Liz in the franchise. The 1923 Season 2 finale delivered a gut punch no one saw coming. Amid the sweeping landscapes of Montana and the ever-thickening haze of the Dutton family's multi-generational saga, tragedy finally came for Jack Dutton. And it came suddenly, brutally, leaving the ranch stained with blood and Liz Strafford shattered in the wreckage. Fans were stunned. In the final moments of the season, Jack was gunned down in an ambush while returning from Bozeman, having just secured critical supplies for the ranch. What had begun as a routine trip ended in fatal betrayal by the ranch hands secretly paid off by Banner Creighton's men. The scene unfolded in heart-wrenching slow motion. Jack, trying to protect his cousin, leaped from his horse just as the first shot rang out. He was hit square in the chest, collapsing in the dust before he could reach for his rifle. And then there was Liz. The camera held on her as she sprinted to his side, her dress catching on the bramble, her scream slicing through the stillness of the hills. It was a haunting moment, grief made physical, raw, and untamed. Her hands, smeared with his blood, tried to hold together what was already slipping through. "She lost more than a husband," said Michelle Randolph in an emotional interview following the episode. "Liz lost the future she built in her head. The children they would have, the life on the ranch, the laughter, they're all ghosts now." Randolph, who has brought Elizabeth to life with both fire and fragility, confessed that filming the final scenes of the season finale took a toll. "It felt like saying goodbye to a part of myself," she admitted. "I've lived inside Liz's skin for 2 seasons, watched her go from a hopeful bride-to-be to someone who's had to bury that hope in the cold Montana soil. No one understands what she just went through, not fully." Fans first met Liz as a bright-eyed, romantic soul, full of spunk and charm, head over heels in love with Jack. Their relationship was, for a time, a beacon amid the darkness engulfing the Duttons. It was youthful and genuine, untouched by the politics of land wars or family curses. But by season 2, Liz was no longer shielded by naivety. She had already lost a child, already stood on the front lines of the chaos threatening the Yellowstone. Still, Jack was her anchor. His death snapped the last remaining rope holding her to normalcy. In the final scene, after the chaos of the ambush, the episode closed with Liz sitting alone on the Dutton porch, Jack's blood still drying on her hands. Her eyes were vacant, hollowed out. Randolph explained that Taylor Sheridan, the creator of the Yellowstone universe, wanted that silence to say everything. "She doesn't scream. She doesn't cry. Not anymore," Randolph said. "That quiet, that's where the heartbreak lives, in the stillness after the storm." According to Randolph, Liz's journey is far from over, but it will now take a darker, more unpredictable turn. "She's been through a transformation," she explained. "She's no longer the girl who giggled at Jack's jokes around the dinner table. She's someone who knows what revenge tastes like, what loss feels like, and she'll wear that forever." Sheridan has often written women in the Yellowstone universe as pillars of strength in the face of relentless adversity. Figures like Elsa Dutton and Margaret in 1883, or Cara Dutton herself in 1923. But Liz's arc in season 2 may be one of the most emotionally devastating yet. "There's this moment during filming," Randolph recalled, "where Liz touches Jack's chest and begs him to stay. That wasn't scripted. It just came out of me, and it was so visceral, so real, because I wasn't just saying goodbye to Jack. I was saying goodbye to a whole storyline of love and promise." Randolph also shared that the cast was kept mostly in the dark about Jack's fate until close to the end of filming. "We knew there would be loss, because it's 1923, and nobody gets out clean," she said with a soft laugh. "But when I read the scene, I was gutted. I had to go for a walk. I couldn't stop crying." Jack and Liz were the heart. There's speculation among fans that Jack's death may be the trigger that sends Liz down a vengeful path in season 3, if there is one. Randolph neither confirmed nor denied the rumors, but she hinted that Liz's character will be changed irrevocably. "She's not someone who sits on the sidelines anymore," she said. "She's lost the person she loved most in this world. That kind of pain either breaks you or it shapes you into something stronger. We'll see what that looks like." Social media lit up after the finale aired, with fans pouring out support for Liz and mourning the loss of Jack, portrayed by Darren Mann. "Justice for Jack" trended briefly, and many expressed hope that Liz would find some measure of peace or justice in whatever comes next.